I'm going to make peanut butter cookies. These are our pastoral intern's favorite cookies. So since I'm having a meeting with her tomorrow night, I decided to make the peanut butter cookies. I have 2 cups, 4 sticks, or a pound, however you want to talk about it, of butter. I have 1.5 cups of light brown sugar and 2 cups of white sugar. And we are going to mix those on high for the next 5 minutes so that until the butter is light and fluffy. And the butter has been softened, so it's not like it just came out of the refrigerator. So our butter and sugars have been mixed and they are nice and fluffy. Okay, make this easier. Now can you see it? Light and fluffy. Now we're going to add 4 eggs and 4 teaspoons of vanilla, and we're going to mix those for another 5 minutes. Let it get nice and fluffy again before we add our dry ingredients. So our mixture is light and fluffy again. And I know I said earlier that we were going to add the dry ingredients, but I was wrong. We have to add peanut butter, the very important part of peanut butter cookies. So I have 2 cups of creamy peanut butter. We are going to add in and mix again. Until it's just combined. We don't have to sit here for 5 minutes and wait for it to get light and fluffy again. There we go. Now we're going to add, I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And a teaspoon of salt. And then I have 6 1/4 cups of flour that we are going to slowly incorporate in. Otherwise the flour flies all over the place. And we don't like that. We're going to add it about 2 cups at a time. Cookie dough is mixed. Now we're going to find a nice Tupperware container with a lid, and I'm going to throw it in the refrigerator. And then it needs to be refrigerated for about 3 hours. That lets the peanut butter get hard enough that we can roll it in sugar before we bake them. So we'll be back in the morning. You can refrigerate this dough for 3 hours and up to 2 days. And we'll be baking in the morning. So our peanut butter cookie dough has been in the refrigerator all night long. Now we're going to scoop it out. I use a medium cookie scoop with peanut butter cookies. Woo! We're going to roll them into a ball and then roll them in sugar. And we're going to continue to do that until we have 12 of them on our cookie tray. And then we're going to bake them in a 350-degree oven for about 11 minutes. Alright, so the last step before we put these in the oven is to take a fork And we're gonna smash them down and make kind of a tic-tac-toe board on them. And then we're gonna put them in the oven. So our peanut butter cookies were in the oven for 11 minutes, and now I've had them sitting out here for about 5 minutes just to cool off before we take them off of the tray and put them on our cooling rack so that we can then get them cooled off enough to put on a tray for serving. So I often wake up in the middle of the night with these ideas of how to improve on something I've already made. This is one of those times. So I love peanut butter cookies. And I love peanut butter and chocolate. They're one of my 2 favorite flavor combinations. So I wanted to see what would happen if I took a peanut butter cookie, flattened it, and put a chocolate kiss inside it, and basically wrapped it up like a little present and baked it. So we're gonna try it and we'll see what happens. So a regular peanut butter cookie cooks for about 11-12 minutes in the oven. So we're going to try that here and see if it works the same with a giant piece of chocolate in the middle. All right, we're gonna put these in the oven, 350 degrees, 12 minutes, and see if my experiment works out. So our peanut butter with chocolate in the middle cookies took about 18 minutes instead of the 12 that regular peanut butter cookies take, but they are now out of the oven. We're gonna set them on this cooling rack. And then I'm gonna break one open and see what they look like inside, and I'm really excited about this. Well, the chocolate didn't melt the way I thought it would, but I still have chocolate and peanut butter together in a cookie.